Asparagus africanus is another crown-forming species of asparagus weed. It's commonly known as climbing asparagus. Introduced to Australia from southern Africa as a garden ornamental, it's escaped cultivation to become a major weed of bushland. Naturalised specimens were first collected from the Ipswich area to the west of Brisbane in the 1940s. Since then it's extended west into central western Queensland, north to as far as Rockhampton, and south to around Coffs Harbour in New South Wales. Pretty impressive for just 70 years. Climate modelling also suggests that Asparagus africanus could expand into coastal regions along most of the eastern coastline of the continent, and much of the southern coastline as well.
Asparagus africanus is typically considered a tropical or subtropical species, and the current distribution of it is restricted to probably northern New South Wales and southern Queensland. But we've actually just found this infestation here in urban Sydney. This is very typical for asparagus weeds. They've come over the garden fence, been tipped out, and this one is doing really well here in a urban park setting. You can see up here someone's been trying to control it, but we've got long vines, old dead canes that have come up into the canopy. You can see the size of these canes. This plant's been here quite a while. And we can see here the live canes. You can see the really dense, spiny thorns, a couple centimeters long, really hard, woody. We have ripe and unripe fruits. These are the ripe orange to orangish red fruits that form this time of year, summertime. And you can still see the green unripe fruits as well. These fruits out here will probably be picked up and carried by birds into other areas. So we'll just have a go at removing the crown of this plant. As I said, it's a large plant, but all we need to do is deal with the crown. So in order to do that, we're going to have to clear away all these canes that are at the bottom of the plant. Okay. Yeah, so we've got a massive root system here. And unlike some of the other asparagus weed species, this one doesn't form distinct tubers on the roots. The roots themselves act as storage organs, and they're quite swollen and a bit fleshy. And then what we'll have to do, of course, is remove the crown. So we're going to cut through all these roots. These roots won't resprout. They're just storage organs. They're not growing points. So it's often easier just to come in and get the crown out and kill it. Starting to see the crown coming out now. Just cut some more roots under here. It's starting to come out. Whoop, there we go. So we've got the crown here. Okay, so we've just been able to try and cut through this massive crown just to show the difference between the rhizome and the root system. And you can see there these beautiful growing points, these big white areas here where the plant's growing straight out of those points there. And this again is quite almost woody. And then here the storage roots down here. So that's the whole crown, well, part of the crown actually, split open. So this is a small seedling we just found and dug up just to show the emerging crown here. You can see the little brown light-colored bracts that are just forming along that crown. It's a very new, young crown. But also you can see the spongy white roots starting to form, those big, thick, tuberous storage roots. So we've now killed this plant. We've removed many of the seedlings that have cropped up in the area. There are a couple of other smaller plants nearby that we're killing, which will effectively control this southernmost infestation of Asparagus africanus. But importantly, these plants are still present in people's gardens. They're no longer for sale, but they are still present in gardens. So you can help protect Australia's environment from asparagus weeds and other weeds by making sure they're no longer growing in your garden.
For more information on controlling asparagus weeds and other ones, see the Weeds Australia website.